Sometimes, a single sentence is enough to ruin an entire day. Not long ago, I ran into my friend Tony, who works for one of our business partners. I asked if he was coming to the company's holiday gathering later that month. To my surprise, he immediately answered, "No." Then he told me why. Those people never stop criticizing, even during celebrations. I could see the frustration in his face. I knew I had a choice. I could let the conversation become another complaint, or I could help him see things from a different perspective. "Tony," I said, "all of us enjoy being appreciated. It feels good when people recognize our work, our character, or the effort we put into what we do. But life has another side. Sometimes the words people speak about us are exactly the words we never wanted to hear. When criticism reaches our ears, our first reaction is often anger. And when it comes from someone we respect or love, that anger can quickly become hurt." Tony looked at me and quietly said, "Last year, my manager said some things that hurt me so deeply I almost quit my job. The only reason I stayed was because I needed the paycheck." I nodded. "I'm glad you stayed, Tony. But I can tell that those words are still living inside you. And wounds like that need healing. Criticism at work can steal our peace. But sometimes the deepest wounds don't come from coworkers. I've received painful criticism from members of my own family. People I truly love. The pain was real. Some of those words left scars that still hurt when I remember them, but I've learned something important. I cannot allow pain to become bitterness. Tony," I continued, "before reacting, ask yourself one question. What was the real intention behind those words? Were they trying to help you improve? Or were they simply trying to hurt you? Wisdom begins when we pause before we react. Not everything people say about you is actually about you. Sometimes criticism reveals more about the person speaking than the person listening. Other times, it points out something we genuinely need to improve." Tony answered, "But some people seem to enjoy hurting others. They don't think before they speak. It's hard not to take it personally." "I understand," I replied. "But that's exactly why your first battle isn't against their words. It's against your own reaction." Especially in the workplace, criticism is part of life. So, before rejecting it, ask yourself, is there any truth in what I just heard? Is there something I can learn? If the answer is yes, grow from it. If the answer is no, place it in God's hands. Trust Him to protect your heart and guide your steps. Psalm 31:2-20 reminds us, "In the shelter of your presence you hide them from all human intrigues. You keep them safe in your dwelling from accusing tongues." Even difficult criticism can sometimes reveal something we hadn't noticed about ourselves. And maybe there's another question worth asking. Have I ever spoken to someone the same way? Whether we're the one receiving criticism or the one giving it, words have the power to wound. That's why grace, patience, and understanding matters so much. Tony smiled and admitted, "I still get angry. Sometimes I want to hurt people back." I smiled too. Don't let anger make your decisions. There are people from whom it's wise to keep your distance. Pray for them. Ask God to protect your heart, but don't seek revenge. Revenge never brings peace. Remember, some people who hurt others are carrying wounds no one else can see. That doesn't excuse their behavior, but it may help us respond with compassion instead of hatred. As followers of Christ, we are called to forgive, even when forgiveness is difficult. Never forget this. Your character is your greatest defense. Let your actions speak louder than someone else's criticism. Practice forgiveness. A few moments later, Tony smiled and said, "I'll see you at the party." As I walked away, I realized something. Sometimes people don't need perfect answers. They simply need hope. So let me leave you with one final thought. Criticism may reach your ears, but it only reaches your heart if you allow it to stay there. Keep living with integrity. In time, God will make your character speak louder than anyone's opinion. Don't lose your faith. Amen.